Coming up on Small Town Big Deal. Once a year, this part of Ohio goes corn crazy. They're shucking, silking, and eating corn as fast as humanly possible.
Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Sweet corn, sweet treats, and community spirit combine at this one-of-a-kind event. Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl. We're in a town with a population of only about 1,000 people.
But 1 weekend a year, over 150,000 people make their way here.
That's because here, they are living the sweet life.
The sweet corn life, that is.
Follow that corn.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. By now, we're sure you've got these festivities figured out. Every year, just before Labor Day, the small town of Millersport, Ohio celebrates sweet corn.
The town is located about 50 miles east of Columbus, just about dead center of the Buckeye State.
Yeah, people look at the map and they think, well, how could this small town have such a big event? But for 72 years, we started on the street, and then we outgrew that in about 1958. We moved up here, started buying a city lot at a time. Then we started buying farms, and now we have 120 acres.
Wow.
The Millersport Lions Club started the festival as a fundraiser in 1946, and they still run it to this day.
But nowadays, it seems like half of Ohio is benefiting.
4-H over there.
Sheriff's Association.
What you see are nonprofit groups from Central Ohio banding together to raise money for their projects, service activities, things in their community. That's why people come. They give money and they know it's going to go for a good cause.
Rides, games, concerts, and food, it's a cornucopia of fun.
And the most popular attraction of all, the corn booth.
That clanging bell is just the sound these folks are waiting to hear in this long line because it signals the corn is ready.
About how many ears of corn dehusk and desilk and sell a year?
In a good year, we can do over 100,000 ears of corn, so we're no small operation.
100,000 ears of corn.
Cooking up a few ears at home is simple, but 100,000 ears? That's a different story.
Fortunately, as the corn arrives by the tractor-trailer load from a local farm, they get help from this rare antique corn husker, circa 1948.
It's one of only two in existence. It came from a soup factory in the 50s, and we've had it refurbished over the last 5 years or so.
Back in its day, this machine was really state-of-the-art. It's a dual-lane husker, and when it's humming along, it can cut off the ends and shuck about 75 ears a minute.
That husking machine is made in Hoopeston, Illinois. And guess what the mascot of the Hoopeston High School is? The Corn Jerkers. But even with the help of the husker, preparing all that corn for consumption takes a lot of manual labor. So the Lions Club lets other groups get involved.
I'm a worker for God.
Members of the Mount Vernon Apostolic Christian Church have been working the corn booth for decades, raising funds for their mission projects.
Now, how many years you been doing this?
We figured it up. We thought it was a little over 30 years we've been doing it.
30 years.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I want to know, when this weekend is over, Sylvia, do you still have a hankering for corn or no?
No.
That was a strong no.
When I was a kid and we had to shuck the corn, I had to go out in the garden and get it and shuck it, and I hated pulling the silks off. I wished I'd have had one of these.
Yes.
Would have been a lot better.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Rodney and I tried to keep up with Sylvia, but just couldn't in this tedious desilking process.
Just as soon as we could fill a tub with corn, it got picked up for a quick bath. Then straight into the huge vat of boiling water.
Butter!
Then, after cooking 6 minutes, the steaming hot corn is literally dunked in melted butter. Now that's what I'm talking about.
I don't think you have to worry about getting corn in your teeth. Because, like, everybody here
I think you're right there.
has corn in their teeth.
Yep.
We've come for 20 years plus and only missed one, I think, ever.
It started on Wednesday. I've been every day.
And have you had corn every night?
Absolutely.
That's right, if you got your corn souvenirs somewhere else, you got ripped off because the corn souvenirs, official ones, are right here in this booth at the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival.
Can you give me a big smile? And you are missing the two most important corn-eating teeth, but you're doing a good job.
Everything's going so fast in the world now. It's just a place to come down and slow down, just for a little bit. So I think it's great.
Ooh, French fries.
Now, being a corn farmer my entire life, I thought we might give you an earful of some little-known fun corn facts. So a corn plant is both male and female.
Which means it's self-pollinating.
So the tassel is the male part.
And the silk's the female part. And every silk is connected to a kernel. They correlate.
Oh, Rodney Miller, Dan Carl.
Coming up,
Silk.
could you win as the fastest? Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We're still in Millersport, Ohio, at one of the largest small town events in America, the Sweet Corn Festival.
Now, they have a sweet corn eating contest, and we keep hearing about the champion and how he's like the fastest sweet corn eater this side of the Mississippi. This is something we gotta see.
I can't wait.
Ready, set, go.
Ever since there's been a sweet corn festival, men and women have put their corn where their mouth is in an attempt to be crowned the fastest sweet corn eater of them all.
Winner. It's a skill to be honed and perfected over time. A wide range of techniques have evolved.
Here, it's not volume, but speed. In order to cream the competition, you have to be the first to finish your 1 cob of corn.
But the rules are strictly enforced. All corn must be eaten. Kernels that have fallen on the table will result in disqualification unless you scoop them up and eat them.
And all the kernels must be cleaned from the cob, or at least hot, so no nutritional value goes to waste.
Not done.
Not done.
Not done.
There are contests for different age groups, and anyone can enter.
And we mean anyone.
Rodney Miller, Dan Carl. I will say stop, and if you've totally cleaned the cob, you'll be the winner of this heat.
This is stressful.
It is
This
stressful.
is stressful.
Are you stressed?
Okay. You guys all ready? Go. Stop. Right there.
Bummer.
All right.
Okay, so we didn't win, but we had some tough competition. The winner of our heat, Melissa Akins, quickly moved up to the semifinal round.
Go, go, go! Hurry, hurry, hurry!
And it was epic.
Stop.
Melissa's semifinal round went into sudden death overtime,
Hi.
which means she had to eat yet another ear of corn as fast as possible.
By 1 kernel. 1 kernel.
Then in the finals, Melissa faced off against 2 other semifinal winners, including the reigning champion, Doug Craiglow.
These people know what they're doing. Stop. He's the winner.
It was another close contest, and at the end, the king had been dethroned by the smallest possible margin, 1 kernel.
Congratulations.
You won one for the women!
She was really pulling for you. Well, I was too. I mean, and you beat a reigning champ who's won this many years in a row.
Yeah.
So that had to feel pretty good.
It did. I was excited. I didn't honestly think I would win when I started, so I knew I could eat fast, so I thought I'd try it.
Now, if your corn eating isn't quite as amazing as Melissa's, there are other contests here to enjoy.
There are tests of strength.
Yeah, baby.
Games of chance.
We're giving away big money.
And contests that take a unique skill.
all lots of fun, and they all raise money for great causes in the community.
And things have changed over the years. In the early years, we had nonprofits that had like, you would ring a duck and take it home.
A real duck.
Yeah. The very first festival, the grand prize was you won a set of white wall tires.
One thing visitors look for as soon as they get to the festival is the outhouse.
Oh, the outhouse?
Well, not for that, for racing.
No.
Outhouse racing is open to anyone, and even Sweet Corn royalty are happy to take a spin in these traveling toilets.
How do you do? Okay. Woohoo! Go.
I don't know if that was harder sitting there or running.
Some of these folks come back year after year. Turns out our former corn eating king is a champion outhouse racer as well.
This is a family tradition. We've been winning this thing for a while, on and off, here and there, the last, I don't know, 12 years.
12.26.
Once the outhouse races are over, there's more fun to be had, like amusement rides in the Midway.
And musical performances from small local groups to concerts from national music stars.
So Dylan, you're from a small town of Louisiana.
Yes.
Our show's Small Town Big Deal. You gotta love small towns.
I am, man. So my town's like a town of 12,000 in the middle of nowhere. So it's not even a town I grew up in, but very small town. I mean, this reminds me of my hometown a little bit. You know, it's the people, same kind of people. And, you know, it's kind of a smaller stage, but I kind of enjoy that. You know, that's the way I was raised, and that's the things I used to play on. So it kind of gets us back to our roots a little bit.
Will you eat a little sweet corn and have them say?
Already have. I've already eaten the sweet corn. I'm on it. I love some sweet corn.
Did you know that there are hundreds of varieties or species of corn? There are only two types of corn, that being dent corn, or field corn as it's commonly referred to, which is primarily fed to livestock.
And sweet corn, which is primarily fed to me, or all of us. Oh.
When we come back, the Battle of the Donut Dunkers. I'm gonna be bouncing off the walls. Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
We are not finished with our corn facts. Rodney, hit him with another one.
Okay, did you know that field corn is a grain?
Sweet corn is a vegetable.
Well, everybody is still enjoying the Sweet Corn Festival in Millersport, Ohio.
At the Millersport Sweet Corn Festival. Nothing says I love you with something corny. So stop on in and check out the official corn souvenir.
Naturally, corn holds a special place of honor at the Sweet Corn Festival.
But that doesn't mean there isn't lots of other tempting foods here.
One of the most loved and longest lasting booths at the festival is the famous donut stand, run by the Lakewood Band Boosters of Hebron, Ohio.
We've been making donuts here for 38 years, so we're the second longest person here making food.
Wow, 38 years.
38 years.
And what kind of donuts do you make?
We started out with just plain cake, and then we have maple icing, chocolate icing, and vanilla icing, and then we do cinnamon sugar and powdered sugar.
Oh, maple icing.
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
Maple icing and cinnamon sugar, those are our two biggest sellers. Last year we made around 6,000 dozen donuts, which equals to about 70,000.
70,000 donuts. You made, iced, powdered, coated, and sold.
Sold.
Wow. Well, we figured that if you're going to sell that many donuts, you might use 4 extra hands.
Yes. You want to put the smooth side down. So we're going to put it like so.
Oh, you just plop them in.
Did you know they had a smooth side, Jen?
No, I just know they have a good side and a good side.
Okay, so then after they're in there for a little bit, we're going to do twist and shake.
Oh, twist and shake.
Twist and shake.
It's like twist and shout, but twist and shake.
Okay, Jan, let's see it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see your twist and shake move.
Oh, I want to stop right now and eat them.
And this is maple?
It's maple.
Oh, my. So twist and shake.
Hey, you want to flip them back over, though.
Oh.
You just put that.
I messed up. I messed up.
So far then, Sheila, who's doing better?
I'd have to say you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's compare. Rodney, what happened to yours?
Mine have a lot more maple syrup on them. I didn't twist as much as you. I'm giving my people another sugar high. Look at this one, see? The middle's still full.
You're totally tasting the one that doesn't have
Oh,
a hole.
yeah.
That good.
I'm going to be bouncing off the walls.
Those are donuts to die for. But we found another booth where our hearts were warmed as much as our bellies.
Apple dumplings a la mode. Mm-mm. This stand sells them by the thousands to raise money for the music programs at Millersport schools. Music director Steve Moeller has been running the booth for 35 years.
Our kids don't pay for costumes. This pays for costumings, this pays for their music, it pays for our travel expenses. This booth is their livelihood.
How have you seen the revenue grow in 35 years? Has it been a steady climb or?
My first year here, we cleared, I think it was $175. Last night, for example, we cleared $9,700.
In one night?
In one night.
Steve is so dedicated to his students and the music program, he has continued teaching despite battling cancer for more than a year.
How important is it to have a strong music program?
I think it's one of the strongest things they can do for a kid. It develops a lot more responsibility within them. These kids are the kids who are straight A students. Our Sweet Corn Festival queen for the last 2 years has been one of my kids because they have the composure to walk on stage and they know how to talk in front of an audience and they know how to carry themselves.
Emily, can I please get an apple dumpling with vanilla ice cream for these wonderful folks?
Steve's wife Rita and his sister Karen have been helping him with the booth nearly from the beginning. The booth sells other staples like barbecue sandwiches and ice cream cones, but the big draw are the freshly baked apple dumplings. I have to admit, that is even better than donuts, and the donuts were really good.
Wow, that was like apple cinnamon explosion in your mouth.
We do the dumpling, then we put a cinnamon sauce over top of the dumpling, then we put your ice cream on. Or some people just go for the cinnamon sauce, so.
How many of these do you serve a year?
I was gonna ask her how many she eats.
Oh.
Actually, I don't usually have one during the festival because I'm running around doing everything. I don't get to enjoy that. But we do keep a total. To date, we have sold 63,494 since we started.
Wow, that's a lot of work and a lot of money raised for the music students.
It is, but it is time to pass the baton. Their shirts say, "Kiss my cone goodbye," because Steve has just announced his retirement, and he, Rita, and Karen decided this year would be their last year in the dumpling booth.
Bittersweet. You know, when you're here for 4 days, sun up to sundown, getting everything going.
I bet.
But it's fun. We've had a blast doing it.
It's taken me a year to convince myself that this has to be it.
Well, I think that your students have been very lucky to have you.
Yeah, you're going to be missed.
We are very sad to report that Steve passed away shortly after we filmed this segment. His lifelong dedication to his music and his students never wavered.
His memorial service was a musical celebration because that's the way he would have wanted it. He'll certainly be missed in Millersport and the Sweet Corn Festival. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal. And Jan, I know how much you love sweet corn, but did you get your fill this week?
You know, I would have said no before the sweet corn eating contest, but after that, yeah, I'm pretty much filled up to here with sweet corn.
I tell you, and I've farmed all my life, grown corn all my life, and I learned a lot about sweet corn this week.
But as much fun as we've had and all the families we've seen here having fun, the real winners are the more than 70 not-for-profits who've been here earning money for activities and projects all year long.
Definitely. And we want to encourage you to support your local nonprofits. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America. Contest is over, Jan.
I mean, I can't finish it.